Okay, so what I'm about to do is frankly sacrilegious. I'm about to complain about people complaining. Yeah, it's that time of the day. So, it's been a week or two since the RedSec update dropped for Battlefield 6, which brought in a decent amount of stuff. It brought in a battle pass, it brought in in-game currency, and it brought bundles. Not just that, but it brought in at least a couple of balancing changes, a few new weapons, and a ridiculous amount of skins and bonuses. Now, frankly, myself, I've been playing RedSec a little bit. I've mostly been playing it with a squad recently, as RedSec is genuinely a lot of fun, but you do need a full squad to communicate, otherwise things are just going to go haywire. Y'all are not going to coordinate too well. The Gauntlet mode I actually really like. It's a mini tournament that has 4-player co-op, squad based of course. You're fighting against 8 squads and it goes into tournaments. 2 teams get eliminated every round, and it could be anything from having a data drive that you need to decrypt to a sudden death round where if you get squad wiped, you instantly get eliminated. It's actually a lot of fun, and I highly recommend it if you have the team. Now, that being said, this will allude back to the other two things, the battle pass and the in-game currency. Of course, this brought a decent amount of disappointment within the community because, this is part of the trends going on right now, where you do always need to have some sort of in-game currency. You always need an incentive for people to buy stuff beyond the launch day. Me personally, I thought it was par for the course. I'm not surprised, but I'm not disappointed either. And honestly, I think people are going crazy about it when they really shouldn't. Yes, it might seem a little annoying given the fact that other games have done this recently, and most prominent example obviously being COD. But I mean, it's kind of par for the course, especially if they want to make revenue beyond the launch day of these games, because how else are you going to do that? Map packs are not an option nowadays, especially given that Modern Warfare 2019 set the standard with that. That game itself set a lot of trends that would be par for the course for the rest of the games that have come out and will come out, frankly. But genuinely, how else are they supposed to make revenue? And besides, again, this can seem intrusive. To me, it's not. But the fact of the matter is, this is still optional. There are no gameplay bonuses associated with it, apart from maybe the XP bonuses. But even then, you can unlock them at a pretty steady pace, depending on how long you play the game. And it's just okay. There are 110 tiers. You get your money back if you complete them all. Me, myself, I'm at rank 15, and I got the battle pass because I'm a fucking moron like that. I'm just brainless sometimes. Honestly, that's the whole reason I'm doing this in the first place. I'll get into that later. But still, I think it's absolutely fine. And besides, not just that, but there's a unique twist to this kind of stuff. Maybe not to as much of a degree as it might look initially, because Modern Warfare 2 had branches when it comes to the battle pass. But here you have a branch that splits off completely into different rewards. Not just that, but there are 2 new weapons in this game at least. However, those 2 weapons aren't that much of a game changer, at least to me initially. The Glock that came out, the 22, that one is not that good in my opinion. I still prefer the M18 and the FN57 to a certain degree. But still, there might be some use for it. And the mini scout, I personally have not gotten my hands on, though there's a friend of mine that has played it and said it's pretty good, so who knows. But yeah, again, this is very par for the course, and it's just confusing in general. Battlefield 6 has been a thriving success, I would say. The player numbers have been pretty high. It's been a major challenge against Black Ops 7, which keeps trying to pull attention away from Battlefield 6, but honestly, I think it's a losing war at this point. And other games have done this before. CSGO, maybe not to a certain degree, but that has a very thriving economy in itself. The Call of Duty games have been doing that for the longest time. We have, I believe, Overwatch as well, Helldivers with their super credits. Every live service game has to have this at a certain degree. And let's be honest, we have live service games in a better position than they were years ago. Sure, of course, there were map packs and also some DLC, but some of that DLC was also pay to win. Anybody remember the loot boxes in Advanced Warfare and Black Ops 3? That shit was literally game changing, and in Infinite Warfare with the bonuses for certain weapons. the system was genuinely broken and it was literally pay to win at the time, especially with the DLC weapons in Black Ops 3. But still, I think not just that, but with maps in particular, that's literally gatekeeping content and putting it behind a paywall. And a lot of people don't want to do that, especially given how the economy is at the moment. So I think that this is the right way to go, in my opinion. I think it was par for the course. I'm not surprised. I'm not disappointed. If anything, I'm just kind of relieved in a sense, because I know I'll be playing not Black Ops 6. I'll be playing Battlefield 6 a decent amount regardless. This is the kind of shit that will appeal to me personally. Do I want to spend more than $10 on the game? Apart from the 70 that's already been put forward? Not really. But the option is there, and if something does look cool, then maybe I'll buy it and put more support to this game. Do I look like a whale just from saying that kind of stuff? 100%. Am I gonna be one? Chances are kind of low. But even still. I don't know, I just wanted to rant about this whole deal because it kind of got me a little confused. And I honestly wanted to get in the camera again because I got bored. Or not bored. This is nothing against Battlefield 6, but I've just been straying away from games as of today, or at least for the day in general. Like, I'm about to do fucking yard work out of my own volition. Like, that's how odd this whole thing has been. That's a different discussion though. But bottom line, Battlefield 6 is pretty great all around. I've had most of my playtime as the assault class and a little bit for support, close second. Haven't played too much engineer or recon. Engineer because I don't do tanks that much, and recon even less because I actually suck at sniping. But even so, the game is fun. There are plenty of ways to play. I just hope the medics can actually revive their fucking teammates and not be dicks about it. But there's something else associated with that, which I might show later on. Maybe I'll get to work on that soon. I'm like halfway done anyway. But yeah, that's kind of about it. Y'all just calm yourselves about this whole deal. It's fine. Sure, it looks like a whale. I will say that I do find relief that Battlefield is also listening to its player base when it comes to skins, because they toned down the somewhat neon colors of that, what was it, like a Monster Dew skin or some shit like that some time ago. So we gotta commend it for that. Not just that, but there's also support when it comes to cheaters, or against cheaters rather, and some of the messages have actually been pretty funny. But yeah, I guess that's about it. Y'all take care of yourselves, and I'll see you on the battlefield.